Police pull over. Black state attorney for no reason. What happened next will leave you speechless. The flashing red and blue lights in her rearview mirror felt like a slap in the face. Monica Harris, a 46-year-old state attorney, had just left the courthouse after a 10-hour hearing on a police misconduct case. She was exhausted, but composed, her navy blue suit still crisp, her demeanor calm. As she drove past the pharmacy on Easton Boulevard, her mind was already on her press conference later that afternoon. That is, until the patrol car behind her blared its siren. She pulled over smoothly. No traffic violation, no speeding, no broken light. She knew the drill. Before she could reach for her license, a tall, bald black officer approached her window, hand resting on his holster. Behind him, a young white female officer hovered, hand on her vest, watching Monica as if she were about to bolt. "License and registration," the man said, voice firm. Monica offered a polite smile. "Of course, officer. May I ask what this is about?" "We'll get to that," he replied. "Just your ID." She nodded slowly and reached into her purse. Her heart wasn't racing, not yet, but her stomach turned. She handed him her license. The white officer leaned forward and looked inside the car. "Is this your vehicle?" she asked, eyes narrowing. Monica's jaw tightened. "Yes, it is. Registered under my name." The white officer exchanged a look with her partner. Monica noticed it, the subtle disbelief, the questioning eyes, the suspicion. She'd seen it before. "You mind stepping out of the vehicle, ma'am?" the male officer asked. That did it. "Excuse me. Just for safety. Standard procedure." "Standard?" Monica exhaled. "I'm not armed. I haven't violated any laws. Why am I being asked to exit my vehicle?" "Ma'am, please." People had started to notice. A woman coming out of the pharmacy paused. A teenager across the street pulled out a phone. Monica looked up at the blinking lights, then at the young woman with the camera. She stepped out. The white officer immediately moved in. "Please place your hands on the car." "That won't be necessary," Monica said. "You haven't told me why I'm being detained." The white officer scoffed. "We received a call about a vehicle matching this description involved in suspicious activity." "Suspicious activity," Monica repeated. "And I suppose you thought I looked the part?" The male officer shifted uncomfortably. Monica stood tall, her voice steady. "You never even asked me where I was coming from." He turned away, holding her ID in his hand as he walked back to the cruiser. The female officer kept her eyes on Monica. "You got a problem with authority?" she asked coldly. "No," Monica replied, raising her brow. "I have a problem with abuse of it." A tense silence followed. Then the male officer's voice came over the radio loud enough to hear. "Dispatch, this is Unit 274. Can you confirm ID for Monica Harris?" A pause. Then, "Confirmed. Monica Harris. State Attorney. Repeat, State Attorney." The change in his expression was instant. He returned slowly, holding out her ID with shaking hands. "Ma'am, I'm sorry. We didn't recognize." "That much is clear," she said, taking it back. "And yet, I gave you no cause." The female officer remained stone-faced, arms crossed. "You think you can just pull over black women in nice cars and call it procedure? You treated me like a suspect without probable cause." The male officer opened his mouth to respond, but then fell silent. The onlookers were still watching. The teenager was still recording. Monica stepped back into her car, her movements precise, powerful. She closed the door, rolled down the window. You both should remember this moment, because next time I won't be the one explaining it. She started the engine. The officers stood there frozen, one with shame, the other with defiance. Monica pulled off without another word, eyes forward, hands steady. A moment of silence before the backlash began. The video hit social media within hours. A teenage girl had caught everything: the flashing lights, the stern commands, the officer's tone, Monica's composure, and, most damning of all, the radio call confirming who she was. It spread like wildfire. State attorney pulled over for driving while black. No cause, no apology. This is our justice system. By midnight, Monica's inbox had over 400 messages. Her office phone didn't stop ringing, and while she sat alone in her kitchen, untouched dinner on the table, she played the video again, not to relive the humiliation, but to remind herself how calm she'd remained. She had faced juries, judges, murderers, but nothing felt quite like that parking lot. The next morning, the mayor called. The police chief followed. Then the governor's office. "Let us handle it," they all said. "We're investigating. We don't condone this behavior. We respect your position." But none of them asked how she felt. Not once. 2 days later, the department issued a public statement. Officer Walker, the male officer, was placed on immediate suspension. Officer Stroud, the white female officer, was reassigned pending review. It wasn't enough. Because Monica knew this wasn't about two officers, this was about a culture. A few reporters tried to twist it. Why didn't she just comply? She got treated like anyone else. She played the race card. But Monica didn't engage. She stayed silent until she walked into the courthouse steps herself. A week later, press waiting outside, microphones swarming. She didn't use her legal tone. She used her human one. "I wasn't pulled over because I broke a law," she said. "I was pulled over because of what I looked like in the driver's seat of a nice car." She paused. And that should scare everyone. A reporter shouted, "Do you want them fired?" She looked him in the eye. "I want them educated." And that was the beginning. Monica requested the city council fund mandatory anti-bias and constitutional rights training, not just for officers, but for dispatchers, supervisors, and trainees. She demanded all traffic stop data be logged and audited, broken down by race, gender, and outcome. Some people pushed back. Some unions protested. Some called it political. But something had shifted. 3 weeks later, Monica received a hand-delivered letter. It was from Officer Walker. In it, he wrote, "I've seen your face in courtrooms, but never knew the weight you carried. I thought I was doing my job. I now realize I was doing damage. You didn't yell. You didn't threaten. You simply stood firm. I wish I could say I'm sorry face to face, but I'm not sure I deserve that chance." Monica read it 3 times. She didn't cry, but her hands trembled when she folded it and placed it in a drawer. Later that month, she returned to the same pharmacy where it all happened. This time, no lights, no sirens, no audience. As she walked in, the same teenage girl who filmed everything saw her and whispered, "That's her." Monica turned. The girl walked up, holding her phone, nervous. "I just want to say, you didn't let them make you small." Monica smiled softly. "Never do." As she left the store and got into her car, Monica paused. Then, from her purse, she took out a small notebook and wrote one line across the page. "I was treated like I didn't belong in a country I work every day to protect." She underlined it twice. Then she drove off, this time not with shame, but with purpose. Because Monica Harris wasn't just a name behind a desk anymore. She had become the face of a movement. And next time a black woman gets pulled over, there'll be more than just a video. There'll be precedent. There'll be justice waiting behind the wheel. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more emotional, dramatic, and unexpected tales. And let us know in the comments, where in the world are you watching from? We love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep watching.